So, like they've said, I'm Dr. Kansime Grace, first year SHO Internal Medicine, and I'm going to tell you what is and what is not burnout. There are so many things we say. We are stressed, I feel depressed today. So is that burnout or it's not? So burnout is long-term exhaustion and diminished interest, especially in one's career. So specifically in your work. Or it's a state of exhaustion in which one is cynical about the value of one's occupation and doubtful of one's capacity to perform. So you've been a doctor for some years, but now you start wondering, did I really choose the right thing? Am I really doing the right thing for the patients? Are they benefiting? Can I really handle this? It feels like it is too much. So you're just tired of your work. And basically it has three major components. That is emotional exhaustion. You feel tired, you feel you feel like you can't do it, you're like, it is like too much, you're tired of it. Then depersonalization, especially in relation to your work. So you feel like you're sad, you're lonely, maybe your colleagues are like, isolating you. But when it comes to your family, when it comes to your friends, you're okay. As long as you're outside your work, you're okay. Then professional inefficacy. You feel like maybe what you're doing is impossible. Like I said, did I choose the right career? Maybe I'm in the wrong thing. Yeah. Burnout is not stress. So when I know most times we say, oh, I feel stressed, or I feel, I feel depressed. So burnout is not stress. It is not depression. So in stress, you have increased energy. You still have the energy to do your work and engage, but in burnout you just lose it. You just lose the motivation. You feel you're hopeless. You don't want to do it. But in stress, when a patient comes and you're stressed, for example, you will still see the patient. But in burnout, you just don't want to see the patient. You're like, now another patient has come. Can these patients get finished? And of course, with stress, like we are going to see as we continue with the presentation, with stress, eventually it can lead to burnout, but not at the beginning. So there is also another term, compassion fatigue or secondary traumatic stress. So this comes, you lose compassion, and this is specifically for people who are dealing with helping people who have experienced traumatic situations, including the health workers, therapists, nurses. So you feel you're tired of being compassionate, you're tired of giving compassion. And unlike burnout, which occurs and happens over time, for compassion fatigue, it can have a very rapid onset. It can even happen after one case. So you get one case of maybe someone who was raped and you cancel them. So you become a secondary victim of something that someone else experienced. So it is specifically related to a traumatic experience, but you are a secondary victim, you're not the first victim. So because you're helping the first victim, then you become a secondary victim. And you don't want to see it. You don't want maybe to see men because you're dealing with people who have been raped. So you just have compassion fatigue, or you've been traumatized secondary. And it can happen, like I said, it can be rapid, it can happen after one case, it can be cumulative after many cases. But burnout is a long-term thing. And then depression. Like most of us know depression, the clinical diagnosis. I know sometimes, or maybe almost all of us at some time we have said, oh, today I feel depressed, but we don't have the clinical depression. So that clinical depression, the diagnosis, the ICD-10. So importantly, unlike depression, burnout occurs, it is specific to your work. When you're depressed, you lose interest in everything, all the things you are interested in before, your family, if you loved soccer, if you loved movies. When it comes to burnout, when you're at work, you lose it. When you go back home, you're okay with your family. You'll enjoy your soccer. You'll do what? So in depression, it is all aspects of your life. In burnout, it is specifically to your work. Thank you.